Hello, this is DXR 9087. And this is, I will do this way. And this is a schematic of our system. Um, what we need to point as our barebone, we're gonna use an amplifier that consists of a main transformer, power supply, left channel and right channel. This includes, of course, preamplifying somewhere over here, but this is not set because I didn't have a place. As you can see, it's in a whole page. So there are additional things. What is most important here? Most important thing here is most energizing things is to get signal from the main transformer, from the live output, where the live is output or input. And this is a simple circuit of a resistor divider, voltage divider, and a special capacitor that goes out. You may use only one getting signal for both left channel and right channel, but what I pointed here is the phase shifter circuit. That is between the preamplifier and the amplifier stage of the right channel. And this phase shifter, this is not commonly said. Also the whistle, that means another getting signal that is created by a generator and a tingler that is also created by a little generator and a transistor. This also a transistor. Are supplied by external little supply that can be done, and this goes here. So the tingler, the whistle, the phase shifter are supplied from this extra little supply. That can be done on a voltage stabilizer like 7805, and we can connect this literally. So what we need to point, so we get the signal from the main transformer, because somehow we can, sometimes this can be done via a long wire from on the input, but this is really not proposed the way by me. The enhancer getting signal says that the right channel can be energized via a little bit different signal than the left channel, different sound. Just like the whistle has a different sound from a tingler, this should be something like 50 Hertz generator, a phase sound generator. This can be exchanged via MP3 player with Jakarta program, looped, recorded sound and loop. Like for example, you record 1 hour of the phase sound and you play it on the MP3 here. But Tingler will do the job. And this is it. What we have here, we have mostly, it depends on 2 loops. Loop 1 means that from the left channel we get by by a step-up transformer of lower power than the main transformer. We move the sound not to the speaker but to the transformer, and then we loop it back on the input. That is our output too. But the system might die out. That's why we also energize the power supply here, and the current flows like here. See? The current flows this way to the power supply, and this is from a right channel, but without modifying it to higher voltages. That means changing resistors inside of the end of the right channel, especially for lower values. This means that it won't work properly, because any of the fed coil behaves better with voltage, not like 5 or 6 volts, but voltage like 15 or 20 volts. On the end of the Z circuit, this is just a passive amplifier of the fed coil. The bellissimo is here. It's like bellissimo. And you might put 4 of such in parallel, something like this. And then maybe the diodes might open or something like just like this for bellissimo. And the voltage doubler is just a multiplier made of capacitors, electrolytic and diodes. The Z circuit may also contain the first stage made of PNP transistor, because it consists of 2 NPN. Also, it doesn't need to be energized by neutral, because if you mistake the sides, you might blow something. That means this can be put into case or anything, or PCB ground, as it's almost the same. So here it might be something like, on this place, a stage with PNP, and 3 kilo ohm resistors and capacitors like 100 nano, just this way. I think that it goes to the base, the signal goes to the base, the output is collector, and the emitter is connected here via 3.3 kilos and some capacitors, maybe. And here always between base and emitter, you might open this by a 2 mega ohm. It opens it energetically. This is something like this. Just another here, which I didn't mention because I had too many work. I need to re-upload all my files and reinventing all these things again. It wasn't easy. Also, you might mess with power supply. Not only the contour solution, but also the another stage. That means here is the bridge, one, and here is the bridge second that you add. And between you put a vortex and exposure circuits. This mostly give a high loud noise that is somehow of a unity on the supply as a pre-stage, and this also. That's why it needs to be straightened by bridges. Also, what I mentioned in the code 61, that the code 61 says that the amplifier is in a mode of a generator that was predicted by the factories. An old time it was a function, but nowadays I don't know. That is open on the main bridge when you put a transistor there, just like in a schematic. Also, the caps are opened overall on the board by a 3.3 or 3 kilo ohm, and 10 kilo ohms opens the main caps. And also 1 mega ohm opens the main board if it's a one board. Sometimes it's just a one board of the amplifier into more energetical mode, just like you open the by 1 mega ohm, you open the diode, or you open for higher energy for higher energy output, or a solar panel. Here is a trick with Dickey. Then when you get from the neutral to the minus, to the negative of the power supply, and as you can see, it's linear because it has free output. If the main trafo has free output, that means the negative here happens, and you just put a diode with 1 kilo ohm for safety reason mostly. And this is DT, or expanded version to a bridge that is called modem. I heard a claim that when utilizing a Tingler to a normal system, when you don't need to put a Maimon or Whoopee or any other booster or energizer here, but it would be nice. Or you just use a whistle here, this little whistle made on 10 transistors. And 100 nano there is a good capacitor. When you use this, the system might not die out so fast. So that means that the loop 2 and loop 1, energizing main trafo and energizing power supply, that means that it won't die out so fast, because the right channel and the left channel are energized more by those two solutions. So they are very clever, truly. But this is still the essential thing. This is recommended, but this is not necessary. The vortex or exposure. It needs, special heaters, or special transistors there. Here what you have, I record a video. Nagrywam teraz wideo. That means what I showed here, a plus 5 volt supply for the whistle, for the phase shifter, or for the Tingler, or for any other things like MP3, or for any other add-on. except for those one because they are not truly supplied. They can be, but they are not like Z or Mainman or an Energizer or Whoopee, which I propose PNP Whoopee. It is much better, I think. And the Zimbom means it's extra supply. Extra supply because the output of this supply is just short circuit to the GND case. That's it's strange, but it powers up the case uh, just like the turn up energizes the case, the chassis, by alternating current because it flows by one capacitor on the input and an output on the second capacitors, that is via capacitor, that only alternating current can go by a capacitor. But here you put a straightly direct current, and I don't suggest using more than 5 volts. But this would be nice to just use 5 volts because as you can understand, on the PCB GND the parts are connected to the minus, like resistors, capacitors, electrolytic, and they have its voltage possibilities, and the current flows just very different way. But the chassis is still energized. Also, what I didn't mention here is it's circuit like, which I can add here, like power booster, the first booster which was mentioned. Booster or bulk or bulk, I don't know how to read it. And here we have extra grounding or another extra grounding or digger, even better if you want to, if you don't have exactly right meaning of the natural life, the grounding and digger is via capacitors. And earth is just one. Also what you can do is to take the signal from life and put it via 9 mega ohm. That means several resistors, and put another grounding rod, and this all can energize the powers. Also, the earth might be energized by moisturing it or giving some citric acid inside, or rechanging the soil for a different pH. So this all would give you a slide here on the first lab with extra energy up to, I think, what the people claim to me that Power Total might give you about 20 kilowatts of energy, even. And standard expectations are like 2-3 kilowatts of power, but this is This is more complex. Also, what I propose you here, when you have on this line, this is like artificial light, made out of left channel and the step-up transformer. Here you might use a phase reproductor because you might mess with the live also. And here you might put an offline model or real model even. Always put a model after phase reproductor, not in a different way. And here you might put a model. Even this little my offline model that replicates the phase and it do something to this to the step-up truffle. Something like lowering its duty, you know. So it even might lower the temperature here. Also, what can be done with neutral, you might do different things like cutting this line of neutral, ground it somehow by extra grounding, and here ground the neutral in a different in a second way, but this needs two points of grounding, I think. You might mess here. This Z circuit is not the best one, but it I hardly can remember this from my childhood, but it works. And also with this PNP, this would be even more, or with this 4 bellissimo circuit. And the voltage doubler here, if you have problems here, you cannot exchange the resistor, and you want to still energy and you want to here, if this is really not enough, the voltage doubler, then you might put here a DC converter if this is not enough. Yeah. So this is all for Paulus Total. Bye bye.